Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swaha Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Shagana Raghunathanvitam Tamsa Jivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Shaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Shri Radha Krishna Padan Shagna Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamsha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschatudeshitarine Jai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All of us can raise our hands like this and then we can sing together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, panghum langhayate girim, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं हरि ओं तत्सत् आनन्दलीलामयविग्रहाय हेमाभ्रदिव्यच्छविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते. So Hare Krishna everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Even for those who will be watching this video later, I wish everyone a lot of blessings of Shishi Radha Kunjubiri and Radha Gopijan Vallabh. They are the presiding deities in Detroit and Farmington Hills. And we'll get started. Hare Krishna Nandini Priya Mataji. Thank you for joining. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, Prabhuji. How are you?
Yes, by Krishna's mercy, doing well. We will sing uh, one bhajan today, and there is a very big significance of this particular bhajan at this time. That is why I chose this particular bhajan. You might be aware, some of you might be aware. If you are not aware, then please let me know so that I can explain the significance. Very recently, we had Nityananda Trayodashi. It was the birthday of the divine appearance of birthday or the divine appearance of Srila Nityananda Prabhu. Uh, is there anyone who is not familiar with who Nityananda Prabhu is? Jyoti Mataji, do you know that Mataji who is Nityananda Prabhu? Or in case
You can let me know actually.
okay. So Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years back, and he gave this Bhagavad Gita as a user manual uh, with the purpose that okay, all of us can be happy. Anyone who is living the life by the principles of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us how to be happy in this form of life. What are the Um, what are the pitfalls in this life? What are the challenges that we'll be having? Okay, what things will make us in um, what things will uh, uplift us and what things will keep us down. He gave us this. I'm not going into the details of that, but at the same time, what happened is 5,000 when this year started passing, thousands of years passed, 5,000 years back, this was given. He spoke to Arjuna specifically on this, but then slowly the degradation in the culture happened, and people forgot all about Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so just 500 years back, just like what happens is even if the child is um, even if the child forgets the parents are always very concerned about the child. The child may be telling all bad words or blaspheming the parent sometimes, but the parent is always forgiving and he's always trying to see that the child is happy. Very same is the mood with Krishna, who says, Aham Bija Prajapita. I am the seed giving father of all living entities, not just human beings. So Krishna is equally very concerned about us. And Krishna saw that since there is so much degradation in the culture that has happened, so people have forgotten the values, the Bhagavad Gita's message. Bhagavad Gita is considered to be the user manual of human life. Just like if we get an appliance at home, dishwasher or refrigerator or washing machine or washer, and those washer dryer, those kind of things. Any appliance we get, TV or whatever, like nowadays CD player, DVD player, those things are there. Like what happens is, like, okay, even car, it comes with a manual, and Bhagavad Gita is considered to be the user manual of this human life. Because in the user manual it is said that, okay, how do you use this machine, what are the troubleshooting activities that has to be done if we have any issues. So same thing like for Bhagavad Gita also, like, in the human life, like if we how should we lead a good life, what are the pitfalls, like, okay, what do we do in case of trouble, it is given very nicely. But however, this knowledge was getting lost, and out of his causeless mercy, as it is stated in our Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna appeared 500 years ago in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Okay. Brajendra Nandan je Sachi Suta Hoilo se Balaram Hoilo Nitai. Our scriptures say that one who is Brajendra Nandan, Brajendra Nandan means the son of the of the Braja land. Okay, that Brajendra means who the king of Braja, that is Nanda Maharaj, and who is his son? That is Krishna. Brajendra Nandan Ji Sachi Suta Hoilo se. He became Sachi Suta. He became the son of Sachi Mata. Um, and who is the son of Sachi Mata? So this is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He came in as the son of Sachi Devi. So he became uh, Sachimata's son. Krishna himself became Sachimata's son, and uh, his name in this Kali Yuga, he appeared as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Balaram Hoilo Nitai. Balaram became Nityananda Prabhu. So, so that same Krishna, he came in this pastime as um, uh, Krishna came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Balaram came in as Nityananda Prabhu. So, in this particular form, what is the real essence in this particular form? Why did they come in this form? So, they came in this particular form to give their causeless mercy upon all of us, upon all the Kali Yuga people. So I will give you a quick darshan. Okay, this is from Sridham Mayapur. Anyone has been to Mayapur? You can raise your hand. I know Ashoka Keshav Charan Prabhu has been, and Shoma Mataji has been. Nandini Priya Mataji or Jyoti Mataji, have you been to Mayapur?
No, no, Prabhuji.
Okay. Uh, and Nandini Priya Mataji, have you been to Mayapur?
No, no, Prabhuji.
Okay, you have not been. And Jyoti Mataji, you have also not been.
No, Prabhuji.
So let me show this one. Okay, you may be able to see my screen here. This is darshan from Sridham, Mayapur. So Mayapur, it's also called Audhirya Dham. Audhirya Dham means that dham which is the ocean of mercy. Okay, कृपा का कृपा सिंधु है वहां पे. Okay, and there, this is where Lord appeared. So in the center you see, this is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Okay, he's also called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why is he called Gauranga? Gaur Anga. Gaur means golden. In the golden color he appeared. Okay, this is the Mayapur Dham Darshan. So this is, he appeared in golden color, and this is Krishna himself. What is uh, he is actually Krishna himself, and it is said, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya is non-different from the combined form of Radha and Krishna. He is actually Krishna in the mood of Radharani, and on his left side we have Nityananda Prabhu. This is Balram. Brajendra Nandan J. Sachisuta Hoilor J. Brajendra Nandan became Sachisuta, Sachi Mata's son, that is Gorang Mahaprabhu, and Balaram Hoilo Nitai. Balaram became Nityananda Prabhu. Okay, and this further left you have Advaita Acharya. So very recently we had Advaita Acharya's appearance day. Advaita Acharya is the combined incarnation of Mahavishnu and Lord Sadashiv. Okay, and then next to that you have Nityananda Prabhu, who is Balaramji himself in this form, and then Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And on the right hand side, you have Gadadhar. Gadadhar is actually Srimati Radharani herself. Okay, she incarnated as Gadadhar, and then you have Shrivas. Shrivas is actually Narad Muni, the foremost of all devotees. He appeared as Shrivas Pandit. So this all together, this five pictures, these five forms, they are called Pancha tattva. So if anyone is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, let me stop sharing my screen. If anyone is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, let me ask, like, Jyoti Mataji, like, okay, you, Nandini Priya Mataji, like, you are able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? I think Nandini Priya Mataji, you are chanting.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
And
Yeah,
Jyoti,
the first picture, like the first one before Nityananda Prabhu. What is the name, Prabhuji? Like,
Advaita Acharya.
oh,
So
yeah,
before, so this one personality was on center. This is Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and this is Advaita Acharya. Yes, Nandini Priya Mataji, sorry, Jyoti Mataji, you were saying something.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I also daily used to chant every
Okay,
day.
you are used to chanting daily, right? Very nice.
Yeah.
So there is a very, very important thing. This um, this Panchatattva, that is Gaurang Mahaprabhu along with his four associates, they came in to shower their mercy, to shower their highest mercy, that kind of mercy which has never been given earlier. I will tell about this. I was so what is that mercy? I will tell about that. But the uh, so before we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there is a specific mantra that we chant, Panchatattva mantra. It is Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivash Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then we start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I will show you here when you are chanting, right? So when in your Japamala, uh, you will have this central bead. Right? In every Japamala, there is this central bead. So we should hold this central bead and then we should chant this mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then we should Go to the next one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. And similarly, like when we are done with the entire circle, when we come here, right? Let's say the last two, we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Then we are back to the central beat. Then we should again chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then, when we do the next mala, then again we should chant Jai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram. Why we are doing this? Because in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, okay, there are 10 Nam Aparads. There are 10 offenses to the holy name. We can do many offenses actually. We should know what those aparads are, and in future class we will discuss about what these Nam Aparads are. One who actually chants without making offenses, he gets complete benefit of doing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when we chant the Pancha tattva mantra before doing this, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasudeva Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, what we are doing is we are paying obeisances. We are doing pranam to this. We are glorifying them, and we are so Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we are glorifying. Prabhu Nityananda. Okay. Then Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivas, Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda means other than this, all other Gaur Bhakta means Gauranga Mahaprabhu's other all devotees that are there in the creation. We are offering our Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. We are doing pranam to them. We are taking shelter of them, and then we start chanting this. What happens is by doing this, we are protected of any offenses that we are doing while chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And when we chant without making offenses, then we get the complete benefit. So what is the ultimate benefit? Why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come? And what is it that special mercy that he came for? So the special mercy that he came to distribute is Krishna Prem. Okay. So Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to distribute Krishna Prem. What is this Krishna Prem? Now I'll just give a simple example. When how many of you really want to see Krishna in this lifetime? I want to ask this question. How many of you? No one wants to see Krishna in this lifetime? Okay.
Want
It's not impossible. It is completely possible. Jyoti Mataji, you don't want to see Krishna? I want to raise my hand as well.
I was searching for the raise
Oh,
hand.
digital thing. Oh, okay, no problem. And Ashubha Keshav Charan Prabhu, you don't want to see Krishna? Okay, you are also raising hand? Okay. So I want to tell you one thing. Just think through this one, okay, what I'm saying. Very carefully think through this. So we think that, okay, seeing Krishna is it would be like a dream come true, right? But now I want to tell you this. When during Mahabharat, Krishna was personally present in the planet. Okay, and in his spiritual form, he was personally present. And at that point of time, remember the time when Krishna went in as a messenger to in the assembly of Kurus. He went as Yudhishthir's messenger, and he told them that, okay, hey, you know what? Okay, why don't you give Pandavas these 5 villages, and you don't have to do the war. They are happy with 5 villages. They don't need the opulence of kingdom. You just give them 5 villages, they will be happy with that. So this was the offer opened out to Dhritarashtra, who was the king. Because he was the king, it was offered open out. But Duryodhan did not agree. And instead what he did was, he attacked, Duryodhan did not agree. And Dhritarashtra was very blinded out of love for Duryodhan, and he couldn't speak anything. Sometimes it happens, right? We are very blinded with love for someone. We are so much blinded that even if the loved one is doing wrong things, we tend to accept that. Okay, so Dhritarashtra did not say anything, and as a result of that, what Duryodhan did is he took one step forward and he said, okay, arrest this guy, Krishna. At that point, Krishna showed his Virat form. Virat form means universal form. He showed all the demigods, all the devtas were within him. Okay, all the demons were also within him. The entire universe, the entire creation, all hills, mountains, seas, anything that we can think of were within him. And then he also showed that Duryodhan, he showed the future of the battle, that Duryodhan will be killed in the battle. Now, this Krishna, like at that time, he gave a spiritual vision also to Dhritarashtra. He could see this. Okay, even you know what? Like, okay, even Duryodhan could also see this. Okay, Duryodhan could see like Krishna's this opulent form actually, and everyone present in the assembly could see this. Why I'm saying this is Duryodhan had darshan of Krishna. Kamsa had darshan of Krishna. Okay, all the demons that Krishna killed, Putana, Aghasur, Trinavarta, all these demons, they had darshan of Krishna. So the question is that they were still demons only. Okay, but they had darshan of Krishna. So is darshan of Krishna, having darshan of Krishna, would that be, I mean, we definitely want darshan of Krishna, but is that the right thing to do? Any thoughts, any comments, anything anyone has wants to say? I'm just asking a question.
No, Prabhuji.
No. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada said, okay, our acharyas say that we should not try to see Krishna, we should try to serve Krishna. Okay, what this means is we should try to serve the great souls. When we do that, right, we will automatically get fixed up. We should go to Dham. We should try to serve Dham. We should try to do, how can we serve? The first, there are nine principles, or there are 9 elements of devotional service. Does anyone know that?
No.
Anyone?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, so there are 9 principles of devotional service. They are Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. Shravanam. It starts with Shravanam, hearing. If one is hearing about Krishna, then their bhakti process has started. They have put their foot on the door of Krishna bhakti. Then next is Kirtanam. When we hear, right? See, like if we hear about iPhone, what happens? We get attracted towards iPhone, right? Someone comes and says, hey, you know what? iPhone model 14 has come in. Release 14 has been released in the market. We get attracted towards that. So then we develop a desire to get an iPhone ourselves. We may have iPhone version 12, but we may feel that, okay, no, that is better actually because that has those new features. So similarly, when we hear about Krishna, Krishna is iPhone can have limitation. You can get version 12, then you get version 14 after 2 years. You may not like that, but Krishna means all attractive. As soon as like, okay, we hear about Krishna, our hearts become attracted towards Krishna, and then what happens is we can do kirtan of that. Whatever we have heard, if we share, then what will happen is then the next thing happens. Then smaranam happens. Since we are sharing, by sharing that, we will remember what we have heard. Okay, Vishnu Smaranam. Then Pada Sivanam, that is serving the lotus feet of Krishna. Archana means worshipping Krishna. Vandanam means offering prayers. Dasyam means serving as a servant. Okay, Sakhyam means serving as a friend, and Atma Nivedanam means complete surrender. Okay, these are the angas of bhakti. So one can, uh, basically, Srila Prabhupada and our Acharya says one can take any anga of the bhakti, but Srila Prabhupada gave us all angas of bhakti, and we can progress in all the angas together. When we take shelter of, we may be good in one, we may have attraction towards one, but when we do this, when we offer prayers, what are the best prayers to offer? The prayers that are there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that are such wonderful prayers. When we read about these prayers, like that really transform our heart. The words of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, they really transform our heart. They give us intense faith towards Krishna, and through that we make progress in bhakti. Through that we develop love towards Krishna, and the ultimate objective is just like, as I was saying, Kamsa, Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra, they all had darshan of Krishna, but they did not have love towards Krishna. Arjun had love towards Krishna. Okay, and in this case, Arjun was, if you see anyone, like, okay, anyone can actually worship Krishna. Anyone can actually remember Krishna, but Kamsa was remembering Krishna as an enemy, but Arjun was remembering as a friend. Okay, and that is why for that friend, Krishna, what he became is he became a chariot driver. Think about what is the position of a chariot driver in today's world. Chariot driver means taxi driver. Taxi driver, is that a top position or is it a lower position? What would you say? Hare Krishna, Jayesh Prabhu. Thank you for joining. Um, so, taxi driver position, what would you say? Is that a low position or is that a high position? Like the
Lower.
lower position, right? So if what, how do we treat the taxi driver? If we have hired a taxi, if we are going to a certain place, we just tell the taxi driver, just wait here, I'll be back. We are not bound to tell that, okay, you know what, I'll be back in 16 minutes, or I'll be back in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like that. Yeah, you are paying the taxi driver, it is their duty to wait, right? That is how we treat, like, okay, it is a servant position. Krishna is taking the position of a servant of Arjun. Why? Out of love. This is the real relation between Lord and his devotee, always in a sweet mood of exchange. The devotee wants to serve the Lord wants to serve the devotee, and always there is a competition between the Lord and devotee, who can serve more. So we were talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world 500 years back with his four associates: Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advait Acharya, Shiv, Gadadhar Pandit, and Shivash. They came here just with the highest objective. He wanted to bestow on everyone Krishna Prem, giving the love of Krishna, and that love was not being given earlier. That love was very rare. Like no one knew about like this kind of love. This is the love that is in the heart of Srimati Radharani. She's always engaged in serving Krishna. And Krishna thought that, okay, hey, how is it that Srimati Radharani, Krishna as a person, he thought that how is it that Radharani can be so much in bliss at all times? What is that she's experiencing? I also want to experience this. When he thought about this, then he came in as Gaurang Mahaprabhu with the mood of Radharani to experience the love that Radharani has, to experience the bliss that Radharani has. So each and everyone. So Mahaprabhu is saying that, okay, he is bestowing like this. There is a prayer that is said, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishnamo. It is a pranam mantra to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Krishna Namo Mahavadanyaya, O most merciful one, I offer my most respectful prayers, obeisances unto you. That is Dandavat Pranam to you. Krishna Prema Pradayate. He is the giver of this Krishna Prem. Okay. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishanama. So This he is bestower of Krishna Prem. And what happens in Krishna Prem? See, Srimad Bhagavatam says in this Kali Yuga, there are symptoms given of Kali Yuga persons. What are those symptoms? In Kali Yuga, people are most disturbed. They are always in stress and anxiety. And they are most unfortunate. And on top of that, they are short-lived also. You know, many people they say this, like, Arey, he died at the age of 30, 40 only. Arey, what is the guarantee? When someone is born, do they come with a certificate that okay, yes, he will live for 70 years, he will live for 100 years? 100 is the maximum given. Like, many people say, oh, this person lived for 112 years. Not everyone can live that. In Kali Yuga, slowly, if you see, like, okay, all this nowadays, you see, there is so much adulteration in food coming in. There is so much in Hindi, we call it milavat, right? So, with all these things, milk, you see, in as Kali Yuga is progressing, few years back we saw that okay, the milk that you get in your houses, it's not even milk, it's urea that is being sold. So all these terrible things are happening, and as Kali Yuga progresses, slowly the adulteration is increasing, and with all that, like, okay, the lifespan of the people are reducing. They're very unfortunate. You see stress and anxiety. A few years back, like 2 decades back, most of the um, diseases that people used to have were related to the body, like tuberculosis. Okay, then you had, uh, then there was this malaria. People used to die out of pneumonia. Okay, all this chicken pox, these things. Now if you see the current age diseases, they are related to mind. They're related to heart attack, depression, stress, anxiety, cancer, which is caused because of uh, where stress is a reason. Cancer has three reasons actually. I was talking to one of the very top-notch physicians. He was saying that cancer has no one has really diagnosed like, okay, what really causes cancer like, okay, to the pinpoint of things. But there are three broader reasons: diet, lifestyle, and stress. One who is not focusing on this, and there is a for those who are not aware, I want to make you aware that in the America, in India, they don't have this much very good statistics, but in America, there is a statistics like okay, as of 2015, there was a statistics that 25% of the American population were diagnosed of cancer, which means that if a if a household is of 4 member, then there is a very high likelihood that one member will have cancer. Now in 2022, this year, sorry, 2020, yeah, last year, the statistics changed and it became 33%, which means that if there is a household of 3 member, there is a very likelihood that one member will have cancer. Now, what it is said furthermore is that if a person in this Kali Yuga, like in current time, if he lives long enough, then there is a very high likelihood that if that they may have cancer, like, okay, in their lifespan. Can you imagine what a degraded type of lifestyle okay, we are getting into? And what is necessary for this? Okay, it is very, very essential that we become alert. What is our diet? What is our lifestyle? Um, and are we having a stressed lifestyle? How do we get out of this? Right? Uh, does this, whatever I'm sharing, does this sound meaningful? Okay, are you able to correlate to this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So yes, um, so there is with this intent, the whole idea is like okay, Mahaprabhu, like okay, he Krishna as a father, as I was saying, just like the father is very loving to his child, Krishna knew that in Kali Yuga, like, okay, we are going to suffer through all these things. So that is why he incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bestow us this with this Krishna Prem. And what happens in Krishna Prem? So we sing in Guru Arti. What do we sing? We sing that Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate. That means wherever there is Prema Bhakti, all the ignorance is dissipated whenever there is Prema Bhakti that comes in. Let's slightly go deeper into this point. When prema bhakti comes onto us, whatever is in ignorance, that is dissipated from our heart. So let's understand, what do we mean by whatever is ignorance? See, let's say someone is seriously sick, okay, or is having some sickness, okay, but doctors are unable to diagnose what is happening. Okay, it may be a small kind of sickness. Okay, they are just coughing, um, but doctors they are coughing, but their doctors are unable to identify what is happening, and the cough is not stopping somehow. Do you think that will cause anxiety to that person? Do you think that will cause stress to the person who is suffering through this? What do you say?
Definitely.
Definitely, right? So
Yes.
why is this causing the problem? Because there is ignorance. Because that person does not know, okay, what has happened to me. Now, think about another situation. Okay, a person has lost his job. Okay, person was getting a salary, good salary. Let's say in India, a person was getting salary of like 50,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, something like that. Or in US, someone is earning like $10,000. I'm just putting a number there. Okay, so when they lose their job and the market is in a terrible state, like how market, when the depression comes, like how the market is, like everyone is losing their job nowadays. Like, I don't know if you are all updated with the market news, but there's a lot of layoffs happening. A lot of companies are laying off, and in US there is talk going on that, okay, hey, recession has started, like, okay, this, that, like, okay. So, and in that situation, one person loses his job, and there is absolutely no clarity on when they will get the job. Will that cause anxiety or stress? Question. What do you think?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji. Yeah.
agree. So, and why is that causing stress? Because you don't know when you will get a job. Now, many people, what they do is they go to astrologers and they say, "अरे आपका तो साढ़े सात ही लग गया. You are having this साढ़े सात phase. This phase is there till November of this year. After November, you have good time." Now, you don't have a job, but you have heard this from an astrologer. Okay, from some astrologer. Let's say that, okay, that guy is an authentic astrologer. There are many astrologers who are not, most of the astrologers are not authentic, but let's say that this guy, just for a hypothetical scenario, I'll say that, okay, this guy is an authentic. You do not have a job. Will this give you peace in heart or not?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Why is this giving peace of heart? Because you are not in ignorance. Because at this time, your faith is on that astrologer. And through that astrologer, even though you don't have a job, because you have a knowledge that, okay, yes, my this 6 months is bad, but after 6 months, I will get a job. Then through that, you are getting a shelter, you are getting a security in your heart that, yes, let me tolerate for this time. And then, so Mahaprabhu came to give the highest in that. Is prema bhakti jaha hoite avidya vinasha jate. Wherever there is prema bhakti, the complete avidya, ignorance, is completely gone. Okay, that means what will happen is, there is first most important thing is, one who is taken on to Krishna bhakti sincerely, one who is chanting sincerely, their first symptom is they will be completely relieved of stress and anxiety. That is what Mahaprabhu is coming, and that is not all. Also, this is just a byproduct. Okay, when one is chanting sincerely, then first symptom is they are rid of complete anxiety and stress. That is the first symptom. They are able to take shelter of Krishna in every moment. So, how does that happen? Okay, so we will try to understand this through this bhajan which I was talking about. Okay, and what Mahaprabhu came to give. So we'll try to do this very quickly in a very short way. I'll share my screen. Let us try to sing together. You all can be in mute, but let us try to sing together, because when we sing these divine words, this will purify our heart, and we will be able to progress soon. It will develop a lot of faith within our heart, and through that, like, we will be able to get the reciprocation of Lord. As we progress, we will be able to understand this more. Sometimes we may not understand some of the things right now, but as we go along, we'll understand that in course of time. So I'll share my screen. We all can sing together. Are you able to see this? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so this is a song written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The song's title is Jeev Jago, Jeev Jago. I will slightly increase the font so that we are able to. Is it in mobile also? If you're joining from mobile, is it still visible clearly? Is it better? One of you have to tell me, otherwise, Jyoti Mataji, what do you think?
Yeah, it is fine for me.
It is fine? Okay, fine. So we can sing this. We'll sing we'll sing once entire thing and then we'll come back and read the meanings actually. जीव जागो जीव जागो गोरा chandra bole. You all can be in mute and you can sing together. जीव जागो together. जीव जागो जीव जागो गोरा chandra bole. কত নিদ্রা যাও মায়া পিশাচির কোলে কত নিদ্রা যাও মায়া পিশাচির কোলে. Now next one. ভজিব বলিয়া এসে সংসার ভিতরে ভজিব বলিয়া এসে সংসার ভিতরে ভুলিয়া রহিলে তুমি অবিদ্যার ভরে ভুলিয়া রহিলে তুমি অবিদ্যার ভরে তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতার তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতার আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার এনেছি ঔষধি মায়া নাশিবার লাগি এনেছি ঔষধি মায়া নাশিবার লাগি হরি নাম মহামন্ত্র লাও তুমি মাগি হরি নাম মহামন্ত্র লাও তুমি মাগি ভকতি বিনোদ প্রভু চরণে পড়িয়া ভকতি বিনোদ প্রভু চরণে পড়িয়া সেই হরি নাম মন্ত্র লাইল মাগিয়া সেই হরি নাম মন্ত্র লাইল মাগিয়া হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে. Hari Bol. So we'll go through the meanings of this. So we first sang this one. Jeev jago, Gaura Chandra bole. Koto nidra jao maya, pishachira kole. Gaura Chandra means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His name is Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gaura Chandra is saying, wake up, Jeev jago, jago, wake up, sleeping souls, wake up. So here we'll read the translation here. He's saying, wake up, sleeping souls, wake up, sleeping souls. How long will you sleep in the lap of witch called Maya? In the lap of the witch called Maya, how long will you sleep? This is a very deep meaning. So all of us, like who we are here in this material world, we are suffering in this material world because we have forgotten our eternal Father, Krishna. This is the only reason for our suffering. There is no other reason. And now what happens is, for every suffering, there are three causes. There is an immediate cause, there is a remote cause, and there is an ultimate cause. So let me give you an example. Okay, when you, let's say someone comes and someone let's say we go somewhere else, and someone is disturbing us, okay, and then what we do is, in the street, like, okay, someone is teasing or something like that, okay, if someone is doing like that, what we do is sometimes, like, okay, we may get angry, and as a result of that we give them a slap. Okay, let's look at from the other person's perspective, like, okay, so the person who got a slap, right, that person was the one who was doing the teasing. They got a slap. The slap is an immediate cause of his disturbance that he was causing. That is immediate cause. Okay, so however, there is a further higher purpose for that. Okay, somehow or other, because of our past karma, we may have done something similar to this to someone else. And our Bhagavad Gita says, like, okay, how the law of karma works, like, okay, it goes into very deep philosophy. I'm not going into that. But because of our past karma, somehow or other, this person was a was an instrument of something that we may have done in the past, and somehow we got subjected to that situation. So it could be in previous birth, it could be this birth, basically some past karma that is out there, or many previous births. And there is an ultimate cause. So this past karma is called the remote cause. Okay, immediate cause is like, okay, the disturbance. The remote cause is like the past karma, and the ultimate cause is our separation from Krishna. Because of separation from Krishna, because of our forgetfulness of Krishna, we have landed into this material world. And when we landed into this material world, there was a board that Krishna gave. Okay, Krishna told us, I don't know, in India, have you seen that stop sign, that red, sometimes like board is there, right? Like, okay, you are entering this zone, like, okay, accident zone or something like that. Have you seen that on road?
Yes.
Right? So before we entered into this material world, Krishna gave us a warning. Dukkhale ashashvatam. You are entering into a world that is full of dukkhale. When we go to aushadale, we get medicines. When we go to shauchalay, in shauchalay, people go to pass urine and stool. Okay, if we like this, if we go to dukkhale, what we will get there? Dukh only we will get. So Krishna is giving us a warning, but still, like, okay, we wanted to come here, and what does it mean? Like sleeping in the lap of Maya means that we are constantly in the forgetfulness of Krishna. Only sometimes we remember Krishna. Okay, when we are in dire need, we are going through a turbulent situation, like, okay, bad times, like, okay, then we remember Krishna sometimes. Krishna says that 4 types of people come to me, and when they come to me, I accept them. Does anyone know what those 4 types of people are?
No, no, Prabhuji.
Okay, so Krishna says, you can see, if you have Bhagavad Gita, you can read it later, okay, but I'll just uh, I will just share that, just so that you can all see together. This is a very important verse. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana shukritono arjuna artho jignasur artharthi jnani cha bharatarsabha. Krishna is saying to Arjuna that four kinds of pious men, oh best among the Bharatas. Krishna is addressing Arjuna as this, oh best among the Bharatas. Four kind of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. Who are those? The distressed, those who are in distress, like okay, in a stressed condition, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for the knowledge of the absolute. These type of people, these four, the distressed, the one who is looking for wealth or money, one who is inquisitive, and fourth is who is searching for knowledge of the absolute. These four type of people come to me and then I accept them. In these four situations, people turn to Krishna. So, but however, we have that flip-flop that is going on in our mind. Sometimes we are towards Krishna, sometimes we are not towards Krishna, right? Sometimes other things attract us, sometimes again, like we are back to this, other things are kicking us, we are back to Krishna, like that. But Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying that, okay, wake up, sleeping souls. How long would you sleep in the lap of Maya Devi? Come. Then Krishna, then what does Gaurang Mahaprabhu say? He says this one, back to this. ভজিব বলিয়া এসে সংসার ভিতরে ভুলিয়া রহিলে তুমি অবিদ্যার ভারে. Very beautiful meaning. Please hear this very carefully. Krishna, Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying, you have forgotten the way of devotional service and are lost in the world of birth and death. Okay, so here actually in this translation there is much more actually. ভজিব বলিয়া এসে সংসার ভিতরে. You bhojibo means worship, okay, and bolia eshe means with the purpose of worshipping me you came to this, you came to this samsar. So our scriptures explain, I think like all of you have experienced this COVID. In COVID, did any of you feel that, okay, when we were in this global lockdown, right, did you feel that, okay, hey, it's been quite a long time that we are locked down, now we need to go out? How many of you really felt that? Oh, no one felt that we need to go out? You're happy being at home? Okay, Nandini Priya Mataji is saying. Okay, Jyoti Mataji is saying. I'm not hearing anything from Jesh Prabhu. So, yeah, Ashok Keshav Charan Prabhu is saying. So, in the lockdown, we felt that, okay, we are locked in in an area, and we felt that, okay, we need to go out. You know, when we are in the womb of the mother, we are just tied like this. It's like this. The baby is in his shape, okay, he's just bent like this and is sitting. And the baby is in complete compressed position. If you look for the pictures of the baby in the mother's womb, you can see how much trouble they are in when they're within the mother's womb. For 9 months they cannot move. You know what happens when the mother eats anything sour, or the mother eats like anything hot, chili item, then it pierces the skin of the baby. Okay, and the baby has to, like, it starts burning. If the chili is coming in, it starts burning. If sour food is coming, it starts like, okay, they become very uncomfortable. Just few months, and that too we were not in complete lockdown, we could go for grocery or things like that. But since we were tied to that situation, we all felt that, okay, we need to go out. But here what Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying is, you thought you wanted to worship me, and because of this purpose, Bhajiva Bolia Ishi Samsara Vitan, you came into this world to worship me. Why is he saying that? Because when we are in that compressed format in that mother's womb, every child, every soul plays to the Lord that, Lord, please let me out from here. I promise I'll worship you. But then what happens is, as soon as they're out, right, they see, oh, they say, oh, the child is born. Oh, mama, oh, you see father, this, mother, this, you see the world, and then there is so much fun, toys, this, that, okay, everything takes away our entire attention, and then we are completely focused on that. And then like you will see that okay, many people who once they get married or once they're with their boyfriend or girlfriend, they're completely in that world only. And then suddenly like after a few years, like you will feel that okay, that boyfriend rejected that person, the girlfriend rejected the person, or the person got divorced, then again you hate that person. The material world is exactly like that. Okay, because wherever we are putting our attention, we are thinking that we'll get happiness here, and we are running behind that. And ultimately what happens is we get stung by that, and then we are in a back to square one, we are depressed, we are in that situation. So Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying that ভুলিয়া রহিলে তুমি অবিদ্যার ভরে. Avidyar means in ignorance. You forgot me completely. You were ignorant and then you completely forgot me. You came to this world to worship me, but then you completely forgot me. You got all these people around you, you got all the facilities, and then you completely forgot me. He's reminding us. Then what? Then he says a very beautiful thing. Hear this very, very clearly. তোমারে লইতে আমি হইনু অবতার. Just for your purpose. Tomare means your, and loite means to take you. Ami means me. Hoinu avatar means just to protect you. I took this incarnation as Gaurang Mahaprabhu. It is not a very simple statement. It is a very power loaded statement. Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying that, okay, just for your purpose, I came in this incarnation. Then he says, আমি বিনা বন্ধু আর কে আছে তোমার. Who else, what other friend do you have other than me? Think of it very carefully. See here, we'll read this passage. I have descended just to save you. Other than myself, you have no friend in this world. Gaurang Mahaprabhu is saying this. Just reflect on this statement. In this world, no matter who we are, if we have a big, if we have a very good boss, we are working in a very wonderful company with all wonderful package, and our boss is very favorable. That boss is only favorable till we are giving them good output. Okay, one day when the person stops giving output, right, the boss just throws the person out. See, many people, like, okay, when they're working, right, you will see that okay, they may have got their they may have physical disability, they may have mental disability, or they may go out of skill, like, okay, they may not be any further, their skills may become outdated, and what does the company do? They throw him away. You know, I was hearing about one devotee was telling me this situation, like, okay, about a couple who got married. It was a love marriage. Okay, so-called love marriage. Like, okay, so actually we call it love marriage, but it is not really love. We do not even know what the meaning of love is. It is an infatuation marriage. So through that infatuation marriage, they got married, and after that, what happened is this wife somehow, like, okay, she had a disease and she went into coma. And in 6 months, like, okay, they just got married and the wife went into coma. And within 6 months, what did the husband do? The husband told the in-laws that, okay, you can take your daughter and go away, like, okay, because I also need my own life, right? And so he divorced the wife, dumped it on her parents, and then he went on to enjoy his own life. This is material world. This is what we call as that kind of love marriage. This is not really love. Love means it has to be selfless. It is not like, okay, what I want, right? So and then like, okay, the girl was really dumped into the parents. So Mahaprabhu is reminding us. So Gaurang Mahaprabhu is also called Gauranga Mahaprabhu is also known as Mahaprabhu. He is called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he's in that 5 incarnations that I showed you. In the center you have Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advait Acharya, Shivas. Sorry, this is Gadadhar and this is Srivas. Within that, this is Krishna himself. He advented as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he is called Mahaprabhu, and all of them others are Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya Prabhu. So Mahaprabhu is saying that he's saying that Ami bina bondhu ar ke ache tomar, means like there is no other friend. You do not have any other friend other than me. I am your real friend. I am always with you. Now let's reflect on this line once in a very different way also. Krishna is sitting as the Paramatma in our heart. When we leave our body, right, we, depending on our desires, we get a new body. But Krishna continues to be as Paramatma in that body also. We could be in ant body, in a rat body, in a dog body, in a pig body, in any body we are. But Krishna continues to be as Paramatma in our heart. Okay, always trying to listen, waiting for that day when we will turn back to him. The moment we say, Krishna, I'm all yours, please accept me. I want to really, I have wasted all my lifetime. Okay, but now I really want to turn back to you, and I really want to take complete shelter of you. Please purify me in such a way that I can serve you, my dear Lord, in such a way that I can always be pleasing to you. You have no idea to what extent it will please him. When we chant in a way, why do we chant? We chant to purify us. To purify us of our anarthas. See, we look at okay, everyone outside, okay, this person is bad, that person is good. We have our own perceptions because we have worn a sunglass. Okay, in that goggles we are saying, oh, if we have black goggles, what we'll see, the whole world will be black for us. If we have green goggles, we'll see the world as green. But our real enemy is not anyone who is outside. Our real enemy is inside. There is a very beautiful saying. Actually, when it was Satyayug, when when Prahlad Maharaj was here, so in Satyayug, the enemies used to live in different continents altogether. Okay, so they were in different continents. Then came Treta Yuga when Sri Ramchandra was there. So in that age, enemy was in a different country. Ramchandra was in India, and our Ravan was in Sri Lanka. He was in a different country. Then came Dwapar Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga came Krishna. Okay, so in that age, what happened? The enemy was within home only. Okay, so if you see Pandavas, Kauravas, they were born in the same home only, and the enemy was right in home. Okay, they were living as relatives. But now we are in Kali Yuga. Where is the enemy now? Enemy is not outside. Enemy is within. Enemy is in the mind. Okay, if our mind is agitated, we are always in anger, greed, envy, pride, lust. These are all hankering. Okay, we are hankering after these things. Then, okay, our mind is the greatest enemy. When we hear Krishna Katha, what it does, it sharpens our intelligence. And the intelligence has the ability to direct the mind that, okay, no. Your mind says, oh, you know what, I feel like eating this thing. I feel like having a glass of wine. I may feel anything. I may feel something to do in public and this, that. We may feel many things. But then the intelligence will give us the idea, no, that is not a right thing to do. Okay. So if we hear Krishna Katha, through that, what happens is it feeds the intelligence. Intelligence directs the mind. Okay. And if we have fed our intelligence well enough, then the mind will be controlled. Okay, so if we are absorbed in Krishna, then the mind will be calm, composed, and it will not agitate us. But if we are not there yet, then the mind will agitate us. I am not feeling good. I am not feeling this. right? Disturbed mind. But we may think that, okay, oh, I'm chanting. Why is it not happening? Then it is said, Prabhupada was asked this question that, okay, but I don't feel like doing this. Like I'm chanting Prabhupada, but I'm not really getting effect. So it is said that, okay, in some cases when that happens, or rather when that happens, right? If we go to the doctor and say, my doctor, my fever is not going away. I'm taking the medicine, as you said. What will the doctor say? Increase the dose. Similarly, we should increase our dose for chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. When we try to chant, like when we try to chant regularly, um, sincerely, remembering Krishna, please purify me. I really want to become a purified devotee. Why do we want to become a purified devotee? Because if we really become pure, then we can be utilized in the service of the Lord. Then Karish, Arjun asked Krishna actually that he wants to become. Krishna told Arjun that, okay, nimitta matrena, become an instrument, Arjun. Okay, when we really desire to be an instrument, then that is the real success of our human life. How can we become an instrument? Even if we cook, right? If that if we have already cooked, we have done our cooking, and that what do we call that thing which we move for cooking?
Ladles.
Huh?
Ladles.
Ladles, like, yeah, ladles. So if that ladle is already cooking, all the cooking stuffs is in there, can we use that for our next cooking? Or do we need to wash it?
We need to wash it.
We need to wash it, right? So similarly, okay, that cannot be used in, if you have to cook for Lord, that cannot be used. So similarly, okay, just like for us also, we need to, if we are contaminated, we cannot be used in Lord's service. We have to wash. Just like we take bath of the body, of the physical external body, similarly, we have to take bath very, very sincerely. What we do, like we apply soap everywhere in all parts of the body, we apply the soap, like, okay, just to make sure that we are clean, head is clean, we apply shampoo, right? And all parts of the body, we apply the soap, right? So similarly, very, very clearly, we have to be very alert. What is my mind doing? Is my mind focused on Krishna, or is it prompting me to do something else? If we are being prompted to do something else, we have to be very, very alert that, okay, the mind is directing me to something else. I am not happy because my mind is directing me to these things. And the first thing starts, Prabhupada said, is by two things: chanting of the holy name and taking Krishna Prasad. If we take Krishna Prasad, what happens is, it is the first thing, we declare a war on Maya. We are saying that, okay, this is the first step of surrender towards Krishna. We are trying to control our tongue, and there are two things actually which happens. Prabhupada said that our acharyas are saying that the tongue is in line with the belly and with the genitals. Okay, so if the tongue is controlled, then the belly and genitals will automatically be controlled. So it is very, so many times, like, okay, the lust is a dangerous enemy. Okay, lust attacks actually. So if the tongue is controlled and the tongue is chanting the Harinam, like, okay, if the tongue is tasting Krishna Prasad, when we are offering it with love for Krishna, very simple way to make an offering. We just, whatever we cook in home, like no non-veg, of course, like, okay, no onion, garlic. If we cook, no mushroom. When we cook that, we just go put it near our picture of deity, or if whatever form of deity we have in our home, have Prabhupada's photo over there and pray to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, please accept this, because you know what, Prabhupada, I am not qualified. Only this thing I made. If we make rice and some dal also, whatever, ghee rice with potato, this we can offer that. One chapati, that's it, we are having, we can offer it. When we do this, what we are doing is, we are telling Prabhupada, please accept this. Why Prabhupada? Because if we have to reach out to Narendra Modi, can we make a phone call and reach Narendra Modi? No, we cannot. Is there anyone who can reach Narendra Modi? Question.
No, Prabhuji.
Jyoti Mataji, you can reach?
No.
No, right? Nandini Mataji?
No, no,
Ashok
Prabhuji.
Keshav Prajan, you can reach Narendra Modi? No, right? So But if we have a city like our MLA in our city who can who can actually call then we can take our problem to them, right? Similarly, like if we have to reach out to Biden in US, we cannot reach. But if there is a local senator, we can reach that person, and then they can do the thing. That is how Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee. He is our very easy connection actually to Krishna. If we pray, Prabhupada, please accept, please make me a pure devotee, please engage me in your service, I want to get purified. This prayer, if we make, and with that, like, okay, if we are trying to do this, we may not be perfect, but if we are making an attempt, mercy has to descend. It will descend, guaranteed. So, with so that is how Mahaprabhu is saying that Ami bina bandhu ar ke ache tomar. There is no other friend other than me. Moving further, then Mahaprabhu says, Ene chi aushadi maya nashibaro lagi. I have brought a medicine for you with which Maya will be completely destroyed. What is that medicine? Hari Nama Maha Mantra Lao Tumi Magi. Arey, this is Harinam Maha Mantra. You just chant this mantra, and through that, like, Maya will be completely destroyed. कृष्ण सूर्य सम माया है अंधकार जहां कृष्ण तहा नहीं कृष्ण माया अधिकार Chaitanya Charitamrita says that Krishna is just like sun and Maya is just like darkness. Now tell me a place in the entire globe where there is sunlight and there is darkness both residing together. Is there a place in the entire globe where there is sunlight and darkness?
No.
Wherever there is sunlight, it dissipates the darkness. Right? Would you agree?
Yes.
Right? So when there is sun, as soon as the sunlight enters, all darkness is gone. When the sun enters, like, okay, the darkness of the night is gone. Actually, it is daytime. So with when Krishna is there, Maya has no business there. How can we constantly keep Krishna there if we are having whatever thoughts? Like, if we should constantly be watching out our mind. We should constantly be in alert mode. If we are in an alert mode, then we'll definitely make progress. We should try to constantly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. We may be going through ups and downs, all these things will come, but we should understand that even if we are chanting Hare Krishna, when we are going, we may be going through difficult times sometimes, like we may be good times sometimes. We should always try to remember, we should try to set reminders for us that, okay, hey, I want to chant, I want to constantly remember Krishna, because it is said in our Shastras, Kali Kale Namarupe Krishna Avatar. In this Kali Yuga, Krishna has advented in the form of holy name. So that is what Mahaprabhu is saying. Ene chi aushadi maya nashibaro lagi hari nama maha mantra lao tumi magi. Here, I'll share my screen here. So here Mahaprabhu is saying that I have brought the medicine that will wipe out the disease of illusion from which you are suffering. Take this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Just take this and you will be wiped off of your disease of illusion. Illusion means what? Illusion means that I am the proprietor. If we do not have Krishna in our life, then we think that, okay, hey, what can I have for food? Hey, let's call this person pizza place and, okay, let's get this pizza. I want to enjoy. It's not that I want to give enjoyment to Krishna. I want to be the center of the attraction. I want to buy this thing for me. I need this thing for me. I want this facility, all that. I am not keeping Krishna in the center. I am trying to put myself in the center. So with that, that is our illusion. It is our false ego. It's always about me, not about, that's how we are no longer living in the world when apple used to grow in apple and blackberry used to grow in trees. Now they're in our hands in the form of phone, right? So that is the world. In that world, people were happy, but in this world, what has happened is people are now hooked onto their iPhones, and no one has time for anyone else. Everyone is hooked onto to their phones. That's it. So now moving further in that same bhajan, in the very end, it is said, Bhakati Vinoda Prabhu Charane Padiya Shei Hari Nama Mantra Loilo Magiya. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is the author of this bhajan. He is called the seventh Goswami. He is most exalted, and he is not any ordinary person like you and me. He is actually a Manjari in the Leela of Radha and Krishna. He has descended from the spiritual world, and that is why he is teaching us by example. He's already in the Lord's feet, but he's telling us these are the prayers that we have to do. Actually, he's giving by his personal example. But when a teacher teaches ABC, right, that doesn't mean that the teacher doesn't know ABC. The teacher is just trying to teach the ABC for the student. That is why he's writing ABC on the board. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, I fall at the Lord's feet, having taken this Mahamantra. I Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Podiya. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, okay, Prabhu, I am in your lotus feet. Shei Hari Nama Mantra Loilo Magiya. So he's saying, okay, that this, I just took this Mahamantra, and he's giving by his personal example. Please take this Mahamantra. He's sharing the heart of Gaurang Mahaprabhu, that take this Mahamantra and you will become very happy. And if we are not feeling happiness, then we have to realize this, that okay, we have to increase the dose. Just like that doctor, as he gives that paracetamol tablet, right? Hey, your fever is not going. You instead of 8 hours, you have him take tablets every 4 hours. Have any of you come across that situation, like for fever or cold, this situation? Oh, Shoma Mataji is raising her hand. Jyoti Mataji, Nandini Prabhu, does that sound familiar?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, so when we Nandrani Pavani Mataji is also raising her hand. So this is the practical situation. Nandini Priya Mataji, you were saying something?
No, Prabhu. No.
Okay. Oh, you have not come across that situation?
No, I will not take tablet properly.
Okay, you are not taking tablets, but you got the concept, right?
Yeah, yes,
That
yes,
it's,
Prabhuji,
it may
yes.
not be for your own situation, but have you come across this similar situation for others?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
So that is what the doctor does. So this is the medicine for this Kali Yuga, this Harinam Mahamantra. And how can we get really intense strength? Like, because sometimes we may feel that, okay, oh, you know what, that is good, but I don't feel like chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I am not getting taste in that. No, there is enough taste in this. But what happens is we have to understand that sometimes our disease condition is so much high, right, that we may not be getting the taste. Just like if you take a jaundice patient, right, the jaundice patient does not get any food, any taste of food. You know what is the medicine for that? Srila Prabhupada used to say that the jaundice person is given this sugarcane juice. Okay, and initially when he takes that sugarcane juice, he feels that sugarcane juice is bitter. But in course of time, like as his disease goes away, right, then he gets the real sweet nectar taste of that sugarcane juice. Once the disease is gone, then but he has to continue taking that sugarcane juice, right? So similarly, when we are not getting taste, our mind is running here and there. It will go let it run here and there, but our tongue has to completely. We have to train our tongue that okay, no matter mind goes here and there, no matter what, I have to chant this holy name. I have to get because this. I want to tell you one more thing. I told you about the 5 personalities, right? Again, back to this picture. So next to Gaurang Mahaprabhu, this Balaram Hoilo Nitai. Nitai, his name is Nityananda. Nityananda means Nitya Ananda. Nitya means eternal and Anand means bliss. He is the provider of eternal bliss, means permanent bliss, super happiness. This Harinam has so much happiness, so much taste to it that anyone can experience this. It is not like okay, you have to wait lifetime after lifetime to do this. Just try to do this. If you try to chant between 5 and 7 a.m., guaranteed you will make progress. Even if you are chanting, you may start by chanting, like say, we may not be there and we may not be able to get up at 5 o'clock or so, but if you try doing this, it will make an enormous difference. We are trying to chant like okay in the morning like 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. If in case if your timing in India timing doesn't work out, if you want to join for chanting, along with us, you are free to join us as well. But if you want to, if you can join in the morning time of India time, that is the best. If that doesn't work out, this evening option is also there, afternoon option rather, for you, for those who are in India. So with that, I would conclude that why I started this topic. I want to share that in the first week of March, it is the appearance day of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So just make sure that, okay, wherever you are, you don't miss out to visit the temple, because he is the most magnanimous. He has come to this world to give Krishna Prem, and he can take us from all our disease condition. He is completely empowered. He is Krishna himself. He is Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayana. He is Radha and Krishna combined, and he has descended just to give his most highest mercy. So let us not lose out on this opportunity. Let us go to the temples, ISKCON temples nearby. Let us do, most temples they do Abhishek. If they don't do Abhishek, then they can give, you can get Charanamrit, you can get Prasad that day. That day actually, it is on May 6th in US. Sometimes 1 or 2 days here and there it is there with India. I can tell, like, if you want to know what date it is in India, I can let you know that. You just have to let me know the location where you are in, and you can message on the group, and then I can let you know. If you have any questions, then we can take it. Otherwise, we can stop it here. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai, Pancha tattva ki jai, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. uh, Gauranga friends, Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanandi. Any questions? Or any comments or any suggestions? Was this were you able to understand what I said, or like was I too fast on this? Like, okay, you can let me know if you like the pace or like the content of this. If you feel relevance with your life, you can share, like, if you have any comments.
Prabhuji, just like I want to, you can post this mantra, Gauranga mantra in the group.
Sure. The Panchatattva mantra, right? Before the chanting, right? Definitely.
Yeah, that's all.
Sure. Was this relatable, Jyoti Mataji? Where you?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Sure. Thank you very much. And Nandini Priya Mataji, anything you have to share? Or Ashoka Keshav Charan Prabhu? Shoma Mataji, anything?
Thank you so much for this wonderful class. This is like so many important things that you have covered. Thank you so very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Yes, Nandini Priya Mataji, you were saying something? I saw something.
Yeah, like the class is nice, Prabhuji. I have now made a note of everything.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
like
Nandini
so
Priya Mataji, I have a request. When you
Mhm.
make a note of this, right? Since
Mhm.
you are very good in writing notes, you can summarize these points, and then you can share with Shoma Mataji. If then if she confirms, then you can share within the group also, because there might be many persons who may not be joining in the regular classes, but then seeing this message, if some person gets inspired, because it is very in Kaliyug, right? It is like this. If you have a Krishna Katha, right? Krishna is saying this, like, okay, very few, very selective, very highly intelligent people, they will get interested in this. But not everyone will come. It will be very rare. Just like if you see for IITs, right? Only very few people will be selected in IIT. Many people may appear for it. So many people may be trying out for spirituality. But this Krishna Prema is the highest thing. But at the same time, like, okay, by seeing this, like, okay, if someone gets interested, that will be very high. However, Dinapawan Gauranga Prabhu also says this, like, okay, that if you put on a video which is on some latest Hindi film song, then there'll be a lot of views. But then, like, For Krishna Katha, you might see very less, but it is because that is how it is actually. Anyone who comes into Krishna Katha, like who is hearing Krishna Katha very attentively, who is making notes, like, okay, this is a very high quality. In Bhagavad Gita, you can see that it is actually stated this. This is, if you look into introduction of Bhagavad Gita, then I can bring up that verse. I can show you a quick reference of that before we conclude this. You just reminded me of something very nice. I don't remember that shloka. I'm not very good in by hearting the shlokas. My memory is very weak, and so I request for all of your blessings so that I can somehow or other it improves, like, okay, thinking about Krishna. Okay, so I want to share my screen here. Can you see my screen? This
Yes.
is from the introduction of Bhagavad Gita. It is saying that, okay, who actually reads Bhagavad Gita? Who is the audience for Bhagavad Gita? Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopala nandana partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdham gitamritam mahat. Sarvopanishado gavo. So Gita, it is also called as Gita Upanishad. So it is the essence of all Gita. It is just like Gao. Gao means cow. Cow. Okay. This Gita Upanishad or Bhagavad Gita is just like a cow. And Dogdha Gopala Nandana. And who is milking the cow? The milking Lord Krishna, Gopal Nandana. He is doing the Dugdha. He is milking that cow. And Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta. Okay. Partho is Vatsa. Vatsa means calf. Okay. Partha is just like a calf, and Sudhir Bhokta. You know, when cow gives the milk, right? Then you will see that the calf takes the milk, and then there is a lot of excess milk. That is for all that milk is being distributed to other people. So Parth is the calf who is getting the nectar, who is getting that milk, and it is also for Sudhir Bhokta. Sudhi. Dhi means intelligence, and Sudhi means very high intelligence. Okay, which is in the which is in the very positive direction. So they are those devotees who are learned, who are very intelligent. Here it is saying like learned scholars and pure devotees. What they are doing is Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. They are drinking. Dugdham means they are drinking the nectarian milk of what? Of Mahat means Mahan, of the great Gitamritam, of the great Amrit called Gita. So this is Amrit, it is nectar. Amrit means nectar. So anyone who is hearing Krishna Katha, they are compared to like learned scholars and pure devotees. So that is your position. I wanted to just share that. Nandini Priya Mataji, Jyoti Mataji, Ashok Kishore Charan Prabhu, Nandrani Pavani Mataji, Soma Mataji, and even our Jayesh Prabhu was here. I think he had to leave. So that was the thing. So thank you very much. If there is no other questions or comments, then we can stop here. Thank you very much for joining, and I wish you a very wonderful week, very Krishna conscious week. If you have any questions, comments, you can share that, okay, within the group. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dandavат Pranam.